Hi, this is Dr. Jorge Santiago Blay, and this is Introduction to Horticulture, Horticulture 101. So this video is about winterizing our garden. And what is that? Getting our garden ready for the cold come. Why? Because we are going to show a few things that we are doing to get our garden ready for the spring. Okay? So what have we done? We cut back the tomatoes that we showed in another video and composted them. We left down their roots, and as they decompose, they are feeding the soil. We topped that with additional compost. We planted cover crops to prevent erosion and to capture nitrogen. Some of the cover crops are mustard, as you can see there, peas, as you can see here, and clover, as you can see on that other bed. Okay, so one of the reasons we are winterizing our garden is to provide resources for wildlife. Traditionally, people, gardeners, horticulturalists, etc., have raised down their gardens in the fall. We are not doing that. We are leaving our garden as much as possible intact to provide food for birds, for example. Here is a seed head of the cosmos. My mistake of cornflowers, or zinnias, or salvias, or behind me sedum, which are still all being visited by a plentiful biodiversity of bees. Something else I would like to show now are the water resources we are providing to wildlife. Okay, some of the resources we provide, as I said earlier, is water, fresh water every day on the tap, not for wildlife to visit during the night or whenever they want, birds especially. In addition, we collect water or precipitation, rain or snow when it melts, in our 2 rain bottles. We have one here, the other on the other side. You may remember that earlier in this video, I said that we got rid of the tomato plants while they were just winding down, and we just didn't throw them to the garbage. We just put them here to begin our new compost pile. This is what we affectionately call the Viking. We changed it from location just under our golden dogwood, and we will fill this in with the probably hundreds of thousands of leaves from the silver maple next door from our neighbor. So the deal is, she doesn't want to rake a single leaf. We rake all of those leaves, many of them, I promise, from her for free, as long as we get them into our compost pile. And where do they end? In our raised beds for the spring. But in addition, we are reusing, repurposing, no resource left behind, our comfrey. Comfrey is a member of the tomato family, tobacco and potato and pepper, the family Solanaceae, the nightshade family. And we are letting that nitrogen rich, etc., concoction ferment, so that when it gets to the spring, we're going to add that into our raised beds, and that's going to supposedly make them go faster, really have a lot of natural, so to speak, fertilizer, and save money. Okay, so this is a time where we save money in kind of asexually propagating our plants. Okay, so one of the things that we do in our garden regularly is to augment the quantity of plants that we have. All of these plants that you see here are perennial plants. Of course, the praying mantis is not a perennial plant that we have gotten to very simply asexually propagating our plants, which is what we have done in this class in the greenhouse. All right, so there are many, many plants that cannot make it through the winter. So what can we do? We overwinter them in such way, in dry, cold temperatures, so that they can make it until next year. So this is a so-called geranium, genus Pelargonium in the family Geraniaceae. So we're going to get rid, first of all, of the inflorescence. I have just done that. I will offer this to my dear wife later on. And then I'm going to get this soil, this plant out of here, and then gently, emphasis on gently, which I have just not done. And ooh, gently, gently. Wow, the smell of geraniol is incredible. Little by little, shake the soil out of there. I think this is enough. And now, put this inside a bag. And there it goes. I'm going to put the label also until the spring. So you remember that earlier in the semester we did asexual propagation and I gave you hydrangeas. Hopefully you'll be able to see they are doing well here. Okay, so that's another way to propagate and save money, of course. Now this is a dahlia. This is a relatively simple dahlia, and you can see a bumblebee, of course. So when after the first frost, it really wants to, make an appearance coming. When they die back, we'll unearth in these, get the tuber out, and again back into another bag in cold, dry place. Remember that, cold, dry, absolutely not warm and humid. And so we'll do the same with the cannas. And in the case of cannas, I'm pretty sure it's a rhizome. So here are our cannas. They look very tropical. Why? Because they are. This looks like banana to me. And when they die back in the winter, when they really get castigated, we'll just unearth them, I'm pretty sure it's rhizomes, and again clean them and put them in bags, dry, cold place. Okay, remember, these are the plants that cannot make it through the winter. Those that we mentioned earlier that can make it through the winter, they will of course die back, and they will come back in the spring. These guys need some help, and we need to get the rhizomes or the tubers in the case of dahlias out so that they can survive. Okay, so these are some of the guiding principles, and I hope you can apply them into your specific context. And we're talking about winterizing our garden. We want to feed the organisms that live in the soil and to improve the physical and chemical characteristics of the soil. Second one, to use, reuse, and recycle resources as much as we can. The third one, to protect and support wildlife, their needs for food, place to hide, water, etc. And finally, and very practical, all of these help us save money and keep us exercising, etc. So I just want to thank you for your attention, and farewell. Thank you.